All right, what's up guys? So we have another photo shoot today. We're back at 503 Studios. I've never mentioned the name of the studio that I used before, but this is the studio that I use for all my photo shoots and videos. I'm gonna let my model introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Love. I'm from Mount Kisco, New York, and I did a lot of modeling for fun in college for friends and stuff, and like figure modeling and stuff, but I'm trying to get into it in a more serious way now, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, so we connected on Backstage, and then I just thought it should be perfect for a few concepts that I had in mind. We're gonna be starting with a wildflower dream concept. I'm gonna be talking about the lighting setup in just a bit, but any thoughts before we start the shoot?
I'm really excited. Let's get creative.
Yeah, and where can they find you on Instagram?
_lovebauer_.
And I will link it in the description down below. It's also gonna be on the screen, like right here. Let's start with you looking up at the light. You don't have to look, yeah, you could hold that. You don't have to look directly at it because it might blind you, honestly. It's pretty bright, but just in that direction. Yep, that's perfect. Maybe smell the flower. Yep, gonna get a close up of that. Close your eyes as you do that. All right, I'm actually gonna have you, let's go with purple, and that's pink, right? So you could add these, so you're gonna like mini bouquet, I guess. Yeah. And then, so switch the hands you're holding the flowers with. Now this hand, maybe like reach up towards the light. Bend your arm a little bit more. And then now your hand, twist the palm to actually, so other way, yeah, like that. But now kind of tilt it back. Yeah. Perfect. Keep holding that. Bend your arm a little bit more towards you. Look over at me. You could drop that hand. Maybe put that hand on the floor, just like, and then like lean back against it. Look down at the yellow flower. Yep. Now put the bouquet on the ground, then kind of maybe just like lean forward into both your hands, kind of like that. Yep. Keep your body like that. Move your head into the light. Perfect, yep. Turn, hold it a little higher up. Look down at the bouquet. Look towards the door. I lied, look towards the window. Yep, perfect. Your hand that's holding the bottom of the bouquet, can I see it on your head? Gonna look over at the camera now. Chin down now. The bouquet, hold it higher. And the shoulder that's closest to me, like bring it in front. Yeah, perfect. What's up guys? So I'm gonna talk quickly about the lighting setup for look number one. So if you look at the ground, we have a bunch of flowers on the floor. So there's not exactly a concrete idea, but I just thought it'd be cool to play around with flowers and the theme of wildflower dreams. I had Love put a few flowers in her shirt and they came out really well. I have a glow diffusion on my camera, so we're gonna get some nice highlights from the flowers. And I also created a light beam with this Fresnel. It's set at 3800 Kelvin. You can just turn the camera to the light. Yep, thank you. And then, so 3800 Kelvin Fresnel attachment. I put smoke with the fog machine in the air to create this light beam. And then, so most of the photos so far were taken with just this light. I just added this second light. We're gonna use the red fill. You know me, I love my red fill. I have a barn door attachment on it. And then, so it's creating like this red glow kind of around the flowers, kind of like a halo effect. And that's gonna be the lighting setup. And then we're gonna continue with the same outfit that you saw in the photos just now. Then I'm gonna have Love change into a purple dress. Probably gonna keep the same lighting setup, and then that'll be it for this concept. And then we have 2 more concepts later on in the shoot. Is that so bring this arm back because it's casting a shadow on your face. And then, do you mind if I touch your hand? So like, yeah, perfect. Close your eyes. Put your hands back in your chest, touching the flower. Yep. Hug your body a little bit. Yep. So now you're gonna look over your shoulder as much as you can that way. Yep. Now the hand that's on your chest, have it go down kind of behind you. Yep. And then your other hand, have it go on your chest now. Yep. Ooh, yes. Hold that, keep holding that. Doing great. Sweet, and maybe just both hands go behind you. But if, so I'm not that flexible, kind of like that, if possible. Yes. Look over at me. Place that on your knee, actually, that's up. So yeah, because that way I know that you have hands. The other way looks like you don't have hands. Ooh, that's cool. Turn your legs more towards that way, and then you're gonna look over your shoulder at me. Yes. Yes. And then put them, yeah, on your waist. You're gonna look over at me. Yep, you got it. Now just drop that leg. So it's just, yeah. Look straight up now instead of at me. And then, can I see you cross your legs? And then, can I see your hands go high up, kind of like this? Yep. Well, that's cool. Look towards your right. Look over at me now. Can I see a power pose, both hands on your hips? Uh-huh. And then, so turn your body a little more this way. And then, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so super briefly, for concept number 2, the theme was geometric illusions. So I had a projection on my computer. This is the projection. It's kind of like a slanted square, and it created some interesting shadows with the curve of the psych wall. I added in a blue splash. It just has barn doors attachment, and I made it really narrow. And it created this little sliver of light. So I basically had that as a fill, just a little splash. And also, if I only use the projector as a key light, then we will lose a lot of details in Love's face. So 2 light setup if you want to count the projector as a light, but in reality, just projector and 1 light. And that was enough for me in terms of getting details in the shadow and just creating something interesting. And then the poses, we're just gonna have Love do like some yoga slash Pilates type poses just to create some interesting shadows in the projection. And that's the lighting setup for number 2. And then, so for concept number 3, I think the theme is Scarlet Whispers. I'm not gonna record BTS of that, but you'll see why in a second, but you'll see the photos. I will still talk about the lighting setup for number 3 right now. All right, so this is the lighting setup for concept number 3. The theme was Scarlet Whispers, so the light was red earlier to match the theme, but I asked Love what her favorite color was. So our later shots were green, and I actually loved how it looked. So the other 2 concepts were primarily shot with my 35, but I switched to my 85 for this. And I turned my aperture up to about 3.5, I believe. And so right now, I have a softbox with a honeycomb grid on it. It's gonna control a lot of that spill. Doesn't really spill into the background. I really wanted to control the light onto Love because I wanted that background to fall into black as you see in these shots. So this is our key light set at 2800 Kelvin, which is the warmest temperature my light goes. And then for the fill, and to get like a red rim or a green rim light in this case, just like the other 2 setups, just simple RGB light with barn doors attachments. And then yeah, so this is in Rembrandt positioning. For some shots, I had Love stand. Other shots, she was sitting down on this stool. And then I had her turn away from the key light to increase the shadow in her face a little bit and just increase that depth. But yeah, this is the lighting concept for look number 3. But let me know if you guys have any questions or comments about any of the lighting setups used in this video. Comment down or DM me on Instagram. I'll be happy to explain it further. And yeah, there is no smoke used in this concept or concept number 2. It's only used in the first concept. There might have still been some smoke in the air, so the atmosphere might have been expected, but it was shut off after concept 1. And yeah, we're just gonna wrap up the video and that'll be it for today's episode. All right, what's up guys? So we just wrapped up the shoot. I'm gonna let Love speak about her experience and like what was her favorite look a little bit.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was very relaxed, and I think my favorite shoot was probably the first one, the Wildflower Dreams. It really did feel like dreamlike, even just being there. And I was telling Z, it reminded me, it's like an ethical version of those wildflower shoots that you see of girls like in a field.
Yeah, so we did 3 different concepts. The first one had 2 lighting looks / wardrobes, so I guess 4 in total, but relatively simple. And honestly, you don't need a lot of equipment to do a shoot like this. I basically used 2 lights the entire time for every single concept. The flowers I just bought at Dollar Tree, so you know this was a relatively inexpensive shoot. Just need 2 lights. Both of my lights that I used were 80-watt lights, so you know compared to a lot of other lights, it's pretty cheap. And honestly, my favorite look might have been the second one with the projector, just because I haven't used a projector setup like that before. But any other thoughts about the shoot before we close out?
I don't know. I had a really good time, and I'd love to work with you again.
Yeah, absolutely. This was our first time working together, but I'm sure there'll be more collaborations in the future. Where can people find you again?
At lovebauer_ on Instagram.
Sweet. So thank you for watching. If you stayed to the end, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, ask me any questions. If you need a model in the New York City region, please definitely reach out to Love. She was a pleasure to work with, super professional, and just she has some of her ideas, like some of the wardrobe came from Love's idea. So yeah, just super easy to work with. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll also link her backstage profile down below. So if you want to reach out to her there too, you can as well. But thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.